We are going live? Yes, I'm alive. Brilliant. Cool. So hopefully, depending on when this starts, I can actually kind of talk. So, Jose. Hello! Hello, hello, hello. And welcome. Welcome to a live stream that is all about Icarus today. Now, I did mention, I think, in my previous live stream that I was going to play a bit of Guild Wars, but I kind of, when I came to it today, it's one of those days where it's just like my initial plans kind of fell through. And I'm more like, right, okay, now let's make something of this. So I thought, why not showcase some of the progress I've made with Icarus? Because I have actually done, albeit a couple of missions, a fair amount. I've actually done pretty darn well, considering. So I've completed a couple of missions since my last stream. Primarily just the one that we'd finished streaming in, and one that and a separate mission for building. So I've now reached a pretty solid point, and I thought I might as well showcase this, as well as display the kind of progress you can make in this game. So I finally got the ability to make firearms, or at least I finally have the ability to make it effective, to make weapons that will finally give me the edge against all the nasties out there. I've also, finally, I think I might go into the I think I might finally showcase. So I've decided to go with this little building. So I'll just give you a little tour of my house. So this is a fairly basic bitch style building, but I'm actually quite liking it. I kind of like these long. I'm beginning to have a soft spot for these rather lengthy. I just realised my oxygen thing's run out. I'm beginning to have a bit of a soft spot for these sort of buildings with compact but comfortable style buildings here. So I'm on currently an assignment to basically get into the desert biome. Now, of course, the mission itself is by no means easy, but now that I finally have the means to do the necessary there you go. Right, where is... And now that I have the necessary means to do crafting weapons, I can actually now take it into some strides. So, my character has reached level 26. In terms of technology, he can go... we have immediately gone into bolt-action rifles. I made a bit of a mistake when I initially started. I accidentally selected the pistol and the rifle when I was intending on making the shotgun and the rifle. So I've now got the shotgun and the rifle, so I'm pretty happy with that. And at the moment, I think I've just recently gotten the advanced textiles bench, because it does kind of cause some pretty dope things. For example, Wayfarer's chest, cured leather as well, which I didn't even realize you could make. Hunter's chest, which gives us the really nice looking and really awesomely designed armor, though it is very expensive. So, definitely a bit of a boon on that one. Hey, Ronan. Welcome to the stream. Very nice. So, we're gonna... Yes, I need to get some oxygen. Yeah, so, today's stream is going to be... reasonably. It's not going to be super long. I do need to get on with some things today, but I think we'll have like a nice little stream just to sort of enjoy. What we got? Yeah, that's fine. So today's plan is I'm going to basically gather some more materials and hopefully get the necessary amount of stuff. Oh, I need to fix that, and I don't have any more iron. Fuck a duck. I just realized that. That is bad. Oh, hang on. I might... The problem is, if I don't fix this thing, we're up the creek. Okay, no, good. I do have a few bits of iron. Holy shit, that was terrifying. We need to get some more iron. Holy shit. Right, so I'm going to consume the stack. So I can ensure that my character has all the oxygen he needs, and then we need to go get some iron. So, at this moment in time, I focused on, like, initially the first half of the mission, I did focus on making a relatively solid frame structure, and because now the weather forecasts I have are going to be, I had the flash storm, the first flash storm of my character's games. I definitely was like, I really can't take a chance for this. Like, I really was like, game? Nope. Right. Back out. Get 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 out. Fucking character run, you piece of shit. Fuck me. Right. Yeah, that's a bad. Does that affect stamina? Ooh. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. Ooh, that was bad. Couldn't kill that fucker fast enough. Right. If we can do this again without fucking up so bad. Okay. Fair enough. Right. Fuck you. 1, 2, fuck you. Right. Grabbing. No. Yes, no. Right. So. Plan for this particular stream is we're going to try and gather materials so that I can complete this mission. I'm fairly certain we've more or less got everything we need to complete the mission now. Platinum. Is that platinum? I need steel for that. Yeah. Oh, iron. Handy, me boy. So handy. There's a wolf over there as well. Oh, there's 2 wolves. Oh, more iron. Nice. See, I'm really glad I decided to go here, because now I can be like, yeah. Right. I think I can also use the, I think the first weapon, finger quote, I'm going to roll with is probably the shotgun. Because we definitely need... I think the pump-action shotgun is probably going to be the best weapon for what we need at this point in time. Which shotgun only requires 26 steel ingot and some epoxy, which is wonderful. I think we're also in a position where we need to construct a concrete furnace before we can do anything of that type. I've made some concrete, so definitely got enough on that one. I just need to get some more equipment. Right, so what do we need to make concrete furnace? Oh, we've already can make a concrete furnace. Fantastic. I think this is a new building type, if I'm not mistaken. We have made a concrete furnace, and I'm going to place it down right next to it. Oh, hello. Look at you. Right, so what can you make? A lot of things. You can deal with gold. Sadly, it looks like it still requires... so this is the natural step up as well. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, I will destroy you, because we now no longer need you. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, destroy you. Fantastic. We can now use the stone in that. Wood needed. Wood stocks are too low, sire. Right, I'm going to save some of this in there. Oh, that's so cool. You can actually see that as well. Nice. I want to play Tarkov, but I don't know. To be brutally honest with you, Tarkov is not a game. Like, the thing is, Tarkov isn't a bad game. I think I'm gonna say that first of all, because I think that's the important thing. What I fear the game is, though, is more. Right, I need to probably, I'll take the rest of this and turn this into Steel Bloom, which is fuck all apparently. Sulfur. We need more sulfur. To be fair, what's kind of depressing is I think there's an alternative recipe that I can't remember how to do it. Right, so first of all, let's get the Steel Bloom on that, and then that as well. Get the gold ore into place, get that into place, and activate. I need fuel. Duh. There we go. Ooh. That's really cool. I like this. This is a really cool building option. Oh, wow, you can even have the thing on the top. Nice. That's cool. Tarkov is a game that I will 100% say I am not good at. Like, I can play it, and I enjoy it, but I don't think I'm ever going to be the best at it. It's not a game that I can personally say, oh yeah, it's easy, because it's got a... Let me quickly move. It's a really kind of divisive one, because on the one hand, if I bitch about it, it makes it sound like I'm a PvEer who just can't play a more serious PvP game. And it's like, well, it's not entirely an accurate statement, because I don't like to PvP all the time. I've played PvP games, and I don't like, and I know I enjoy PvE more than I enjoy PvP. But it's a really fucky area, which ends up often resulting in people just calling you out and saying, oh, you just can't play the game because you don't like dealing with difficulty. And I'm like, no, it's because there are genuine complaints that we have about this thing, that the immediate reaction of others is just get good. And you're like, no, that doesn't help. Like, Tarkov is a really good game, without a shadow of a doubt. And the mechanics it has, the gunplay, everything, it's fucking amazing. The fact that you have to, when you're building your perfect weapon, you don't just have to take into account whether or not your gun does more or less damage, whether or not your magazine's larger or smaller. It's like you have to think about the ergonomics, how heavy the weapon becomes when you've... there we go. You have to think about more than just whether or not a weapon is, fires faster, feels better. Quickly pop that in there. Wolfie, come join my Oi, fucker. You do not attack my building, bitch. That's right. You do not attack my building. Piece of shit, man. There's two big problems. The big one is naturally going to be cheaters. The game does unfortunately have quite a nasty reputation of cheaters. And cheating has become quite a commonplace in the game, to the point where players are now, there are very, basically I haven't been keeping up with the latest news, but I have, there was one video that came out, apparently, where someone explained all of the issues where cheating is apparent. And a lot of players were like, oh, hang on, I thought I was just bad at the game, and it turned out that it actually was just someone cheating. So the developers of the game, I think they are going to start going after cheaters. They are going to try and make a push for it, because I know that the developers do kind of occasionally do these things. But the problem with the game in terms of people getting to places you can't get to is actually down to the character's level. So the biggest problem I would say with Tarkov is it does not respect your time. It absolutely does not respect your time. If you know life it, you can do well. If you know the callouts, you get to know the maps, you know what weapons do good with what bullets. If you can understand the mechanics and the... I just realized I've already mined that other area. If you can mine... the data, if you know all of the areas, basically, if you know life the game, then yeah, you will do well. Then when you do go down, it may be more a factor of just the hackers and cheaters have come along and have ruined the day, rather than it's because you didn't know about how your character has a really good stats or whatever. But the problem is, in addition to knowing all the map details and the weapons and everything else that you have to spend a fuck ton of time learning, your character's stats will improve. a slow progression on that, which may eventually results in your character being able to do things drastically better than your, bog standard character. Which, on the one hand, is a good thing because it's a nice mechanic because it then teaches, then it exemplifies your character's experience and it shows that they've developed and blah 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 blah. But the problem is, it then basically means that there are things that a low-level character can't do that a higher-level character can do. For example, there is shock resistance to pain and whatnot, which means your character has spent a large amount of time being shot at. They will be more able to resist the suppression effects that you'll receive that will cripple a non-experienced character. So, or for example, the strength stat, which is, I would say, the most obvious, because, for example, the strength stat can not only help with their ability to carry more items without suffering encumbrance effects, but also the ability to jump higher, run faster, like all of these things. And while they have introduced patches, like for example the inertia option, the inertia patch, where basically where your character can't sort of run on a dime, which actually the community ended up hating on. Because it did kind of fuck with the characters a bit, and it did mean that your character is more of a sluggy, weird thing. It, again, it just meant that your character's, a character that has a higher level is naturally going to have an advantage over a lower level character. And I'm going to start like I'm on a rant here, and, yeah. Yeah, like, I'm going to sound like I'm on a rant, and it's not. It's just from my experiences and my personal, my own personal thing, and I will say, I am by no means a good Tarkov player. I am probably one of those players who tried, and just, I can't do it. It's a game that I know I can't do. I bought the game, and I wanted to play it, I want to be good at it, but I know I can't do it. And at first, I was salty. I was extremely salty towards the game because I was like, oh, this fucking PvP hardcore elitist shit, blah, 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 blah. Fucking elitist who just can't have a game that is more casual. And it's like, now I'm like, yeah, no, they have their game, I have mine. I personally think the game would be better if they didn't go super hardcore with it. Because at the end of the day, a game with no players is not a game that lives very long. So I think I think the game could do with a bit of a system that allowed lower level players to at least have a reasonable chance to survive. But that's my own personal thoughts. Slightly controversial as they be. I mean, to be fair, the biggest thing that I think that would drastically improve the survivability of such game, Tarkov, is introduce a level-based matchmaking, dependent on the character level. It's like, okay, we need to, you have a character who is, and have the option, again, player choice. So go into with your character in the game. Make it so that the character can choose, make it so that the player can choose, I want to go into a matchmaking which allows my character... Okay, I thought that was perfect, but... We got more? Yep. Come on, wolfies. Follow me. Whee! Come on. I'm going to take you on an adventure. An adventure with happiness and smiles. Ow. And an occasional bite in the arse. Jump. Nope, that was bad. Yeah, I deserve that. Whee. I'm literally trying to avoid having to carry this fucker's, second corpse. Do-do-do-do-do. Jump. Oh, is he buggered off? Oh, lol, they actually buggered off, lol. Yeah, to be fair, the problem I would say that, with the streamers... the problem I would say is that the streamers kind of do as much harm to the game's survivability than to help it. Because the problem is, the streamers, I mean, Tarkov has a bit of a reputation that they will pay attention to the streamers more than the player base. Whether or not this is 100% a factual truth, I'm just going to say this is speculation. I'm not going to say it is or isn't the case. But the problem is, the streamers will make videos such as a Zero to Hero, and I will say my only grievance is that, yeah, sure, you can make stories where you have a character that is low level, that has nothing, and then through that one lucky raid, they get everything, and it's fun. And I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fun, but you're the 1 in 20 raid, or the 1 in 100 raid. You know, like, you see the videos, and what they don't take into account is just how fucking many times they sucked and failed that they don't show you, or that they don't think is necessary to be seen, because why did I not, like, I fucking went back to base and dumped stuff. Why the fuck did I not? Like, that's the thing. It's like, why, you know, they don't show you that. Or if they do, they don't show you enough of that to prove what the actual game grind is. Now, again, like, some streamers will do that. Some streamers may not do that. They talk about the game's balance, or they say, oh, this thing's really bad, or oh, this thing's really good. But they don't give the best description of the game, which is, no, this game doesn't respect your time. It just flat out does not respect your time. Because why should it? You know, like, the game goes, why should I? And it is kind of a sad case. But like, right, let me just quickly get some steel. But no, like, I think... Ah, yeah, it's making that good. I think the thing is, Escape from Tarkov, gameplay-wise, is phenomenal. It's an incredible game that has, you know, the potential to be astronomical in its quality. Like, holy shit, if this game wasn't so fucking focused on hardcore stuff, Jesus Christ, I think it would be the next, you know, it would be the solid competitors. But because it's such a one-way avenue, I don't know, it's, again, I'm trying not to sound like I'm bitching and moaning, and it feels like I am about it. But no, like, Tarkov is a fun game, and I think if you can really, if you want to win, unless you have hours of it, yeah. Again, the biggest, I'd say, to try and summarize it, because I think I'm just rambling at this point, Tarkov is a fantastic experience which gives you incredible gameplay loops, a solid experience, but it doesn't respect your time. It just doesn't respect your time. You have to dedicate at least like 10, 20 hours a week to try and be relatively competitive. And that is also dependent on if you're lucky in the raids, because it is kind of an addictive method. You're playing to try and get the good shit, and if you're lucky, you get the good shit in maybe 1 or 2 raids. If you're not lucky, you will spend hours fucking doing the same quest, the same grind, until eventually you might get lucky and get just enough to go through. My usual playthroughs, when I try to get into Tarkov, would be, I would get into the game, I'd say to myself, you know what, I'm going to give it a go, I'm going to try and have some fun with the game, because obviously it's not the only thing about it, blah, 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 blah. And I'd get, so far, I'd do one really good raid. Like, yeah, to be fair, the game has made some really good improvements. Right, fuck you, shitbag. Right, fuck you, shitbag. Oh, that was just in time. That was close. Tarkov made some really good decisions. Like, for example, the scav comp. I think that is something that has genuinely improved the quality of players, because it no longer just rewards people for being a dick, or just outright shoot people, which I think is a really good thing. I think that was a very good idea, and I hope that the developers continue to make these wondrous ideas, because, oh my god, Scav Karma was really a good idea, and I hope that they implement that for the PMCs at some point, or like some kind of thing where it doesn't reward you for just outright killing. Like, sure, defending yourself and doing whatever, that's fine, but again, it's, I don't know. I think what would be nice, personally speaking, is for players to have a co-op style system. Because while they talk about how, like, the developers, how the game has its own co-op, it's like, oh, but, you know, it does have its own co-op. It's, you can do the offline thing. And that's like, that's not co-op. That's fucking not co-op. If anything, that's an insult to a PvE player. But now, like, what is it? I think Tarkov, if Tarkov wants to survive, I do believe they will probably tone down. Or if Tarkov wants to appeal to a decent audience in order to maintain a larger amount of players, then I personally feel a good idea would be to, instead of rely on the elites. Yes, I would say there is a friendly in Tarkov, because, for example, there are, since the VoIP came into its own, there have been friendly interactions with players. Sometimes players will say, hey mate, don't shoot, I'm just trying to do the pocket mission. And some players genuinely are nice dudes, and they're like, yeah, sure, go for it. Or, hey dude, I'm gonna try and grab... On the one hand, I'm really appreciative of this because, again, free shit, but at the same time, it's like, god damn it, I can't... Oh, hello. But yeah, like, there are players who are nice. Again, Tarkov has made some good decisions, but it is compounded by some pretty dumb ones. I don't know, again, it's really difficult to sort of... It's difficult to debate Tarkov when you're not a PvPer. Like, I'm no PvPer. I enjoy PvP in certain things like Battlefield, World of Tanks. I mean, Christ, I used to do World of Tanks for fucking years. That was the original element of my channel, was World of Tanks. So I did do the PvP, but... But no, I'd say Tarkov is... If Tarkov wants to survive as a big thing, I would say, personally speaking, they would, I think, going... Holy shit, the amount of walls we've got. It's just a bit slightly ridiculous, I'll be honest with you. Right, I'm gonna use this on that. We're gonna max out the copper ore, because I definitely need the copper ore. Holy shit. Sort of run over here. That's my inventory. So that. And then put that in there. I tell you what, if you're wanting to talk about a good shooter, like if you're wanting to get into a shooter, like if you have an FPS thirst. What would be a good alternative to Tarkov? Not Squad. Not Squad. I think Squad's going... Apparently, Squad is apparently going down is a route of damnation, i.e., microtransactions. So I'd stay away from Squad. If you want a good, if you want a fun first-person shooter, Darktide. Like, the game's getting a lot of flack for its rather not so great launch, but I feel like people are probably shitting on it a tad too hard. Like, it definitely released with a couple of issues, no doubt. But what game ever releases nowadays without fucking some problem? So, Darktide is a very, very fun game, and it rewards you for your time, but you don't have to spend 700 years playing it to be competitive. You actually have fun gameplay loops with a nice multi-choice things. It has the co-opness that it has the challenge that allows you to feel satisfaction on the mains, except when you start going up in difficulty. You have the thrill of some of the more intense firefights, and if you're a Warhammer 40k fan, it just oozes with quality and soundtrack, and my god, the game just feels so amazing. That's one game. If you're feeling in a PvP mindset, now I don't know. It's very... Right, there we go. Just trying to think of a decent first-person shooter that is PvP. I mean... if you want constant action, maybe PlanetSide 2? Maybe? Like, if you enjoy having a firefight with a larger sort of squad, or you kind of, if you enjoy having that sort of sense of scale in combat, again, I think maybe PlanetSide 2. Like it's been. Like, if you've not heard of PlanetSide 2, basically it's a massive multiplayer online not squad based FPS set on a planet where 3 factions are fighting. You've got the Terran Empire, or TR, so Terran Republic or something like that. You've got the which is basically like kind of Empire, like British Empire mixed with Empire from Star Wars. What? Oh, fuck. Oh, Earth Defense Force is one of the greatest fucking games I've played. If there was ever a game that I would say is the, like... yeah, no, it's the greatest game I've ever played. It is so funny. I love the story, the characters, the voice acting, everything just is top notch. I don't care that the game is nice. We've leveled. Like, everything just works so good, and I love it. Oh, we are the valiant infantry. We are the alpha team with passion and camaraderie. Fast shotgun reloading. Oh, we are the valiant infantry. We are the alpha team with passion and camaraderie. Hear us as we shout at the top of our lungs. Be strong, be strong and raise your guns. It's only with our sacrifice that mankind can live on through the paradise. I need to play the game again. I had the bloody tune in my head a couple days ago, and I was humming it perfectly then. Of course, the moment I try and sing it in front of live audiences, that's when it all goes to tits up. Right, I need the silver. I need the silver one in order to be able to get that. So I'll have to be careful. Oh yeah, the EDF deploys is quite awesome as well. Though the 5th game came out a few years ago, but the 6th game is out on consoles in Japan right now, and I'm like, you better fucking release that in the West, you bitches. I will fucking buy that shit in a heartbeat, you know, like the moment they announce it. Though to be fair, there is actually a new game. I'm gonna quickly alt tab because professionalism. There's actually a new game that Capcom is releasing that I'm actually really kind of curious about. It's called Exo Primal, and like the story is basically, well, the premise is, what if Warframe, you know, so the Warframe suits, but dinosaurs, like that. And I'm like, that sounds so fascinating. You know, like that genuinely sounds fascinating. And I can't really... I want to play that game because it looks good. Like, the story, and it kind of feels like, oh, dude, the Fencer was my fucking go-to. The Fencer is my go-to, seriously. Like, it was the first thing I learned. I have not played any other character. Like, seriously. I know the game sort of tells you should totally play the Assault guy. But I'm like, no. I want to play the Fencer. The guy with the big fucking guns who gets access to rockets, autocannons, flamethrowers, Gatling gun flamethrowers. He gets all the good shit. I want the good shit. I am getting the good shit. Oh, it's such a good game. Fucking love it. Right. Let's get some steel bloom. That's quite a lot of steel bloom, but I'm thinking I'm going to need it. Right, 41 steel bloom, and I'll wait until that's done. 3 minutes, bloody hell. What else? Right. Probably should ease up on the whole things. Oh, tech tree, yes. We should probably do that, shouldn't we? Right, yes, alteration bench. Ranged and armor? Sure. So where do we make these? I'm guessing we make them on... We do need to get the biofuel composter. Alteration bench. Copper nails! Shit, we need some copper nails. I'm gonna go with 15. 15 on 150 should be fine on that one. Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. Like, without a doubt. Oh shit, yes, we need to... I probably should get a slightly better cooking area than that campfire, but I think it's kind of there. Yeah, true. I mean, the character has some pretty fucking good, Oh, hello. Oh, we are the valiant infantry. We are the alpha team with passion and camaraderie. Right. We are filling this up. Right, so we need... To make an alteration bench, we need epoxy and some rope. Oh. Shit. Actually, no, to be fair, we've actually got some... Right, I'm going to... Oh, there's my phone going off. We do still have bone, and we're going to get a shitload of bone from that. So I think I'm safe to take this bone and plop it into here where we can crush the bone. Turn it into that. Get all of these going. Which is going to take a fucking time. Oh. Not that that's a problem. Pop that in there. Let's go. Nah. Right. I'm thinking probably grab some of that. Oh, we are the valiant infantry. We are the alpha team with passion and camaraderie. Right. So, alterations bench. Curious. So we need 24 iron ingots. So me bursting and destroying all of those ingots there is actually not been helpful. Not quite. But at the same time, I'm going to be going into another place, so... Oh... Yeah. To be fair, I actually fell in love with the autocannons more than the other stuff. I will be brutal. I have actually gone I've actually gone a little bit more onto the autocannons. The Gatling guns are fine, like the miniguns are fun and all, but the sheer level of destruction that you can get with the autocannons, I do love the autocannons. And they last you a very long time. Like when you look into it, you actually realize just how much damage you can do with the autocannons. I basically had in the Earth Defense Force 5, I had one set of weapons which was a 30mm auto like cannon, basically, with either a mortar gun or a rapid fire thingamabob. And I'm going to quickly pop those into here so I can make more rope. Right, I think that's going to be enough. And then we use the tree sap to make that. Make 15 on that one. Put the steel bloom into there, which is going to give us enough steel to hopefully last a bit. And have this. Right, then we get some rope. We're going to need to make a fuckload of rope. And I forgot to take some of this stuff. Pop it to there, perfect. We're going to need to get some more iron soon, I reckon. I'm just going to tear down this entire fucking forest area. It's wondrous. I am so proud of this. Anyway. Just trying to think. But yeah, no, going back to first-person shooters, I would recommend. At least nowadays. What other games have I found enjoyable lately? I mean, if you're not so fussed about it being a first-person shooter, I would very much recommend Foxhole. Foxhole is definitely a game that is worth your time. And if you enjoy that kind of if you enjoy a mixture of both PvP and PvE elements, which, to be brutal, the PvE is not really PvE in a sense, because you're not really fighting or doing anything against AI, but you're not engaging enemy players, which personally I think is you end up doing it. So, question, Last Ronin, before I go on, have you actually heard of Foxhole? I feel like I've mentioned this to you. If not, then, well, you're about to find out. Right, how are we diddling? Right, we're making some good progress, and I'm just gonna, like, go absolute hell for leather. The weather is going to get a bit rough, isn't it? Probably should get a sickle or something. Well, next level up. Right. Noom, noom. Only 20? Really? I mean, a fuck ton of leather, sure, but only 20? 20 bones? That does not feel much. Right, let's max this out. Yep. Right, that should be more than enough. Yeah, that should be more than enough on that part. I will probably gather some leather and some other shit and try and style that up. There we go. Right, okay. Definitely have gotten a shitload of that, which is good. So if we plonk this into place, we can then make... And look at how many options we've got. I'm also going to make a steel rebar to try and see if that's necessary. But more importantly, we have got the ability to make our first firearm. Na-na-ni-na-na-na-na-ni-na. And look at how quickly we ran out of fucking steel. All that effort, and it is gone. God fucking damn it. I mean, weapons are not cheap. Guns are not cheap. Wait, epoxy is required as well. Are you fucking for real? Son of a bitch. Right. I mean, we can make epoxy with sulfur, but we need the sulfur to make the gunpowder, so it's kinda no. I mean, to be fair, once we get a decent amount, once we get like a reasonable amount of gunpowder, I think it'll be fine. It's just unfortunately we need to build stuff. The sulfur over there would be perfect because I think if we had the deep rock, if we had the deep, son of a bitch. Nope. If my character wasn't such a fucking pansy, we could have killed that thing. Right. I think there's that sulfur deposit as well. Is it still there? Yeah, there it is. We'd need the deep rock driller, but... that'd be kind of cool, but we'd need fuel for that. Oh, that was close. Right. Well, we're going to have to just look for sulfur somewhere else at the moment. Which sucks. Anyway, we need to make on with some progress. And I feel like some progress is going to be... Right, now we need to make... Do we have the thing researched? No, we don't. No, we don't. No. Oh, no, we do. We do have the steel pickaxe. So I think we're probably going to need to build that. Because then we can make platinum and shit. And I think we can grab that. But now that we've got a shotgun, we can now kind of relax a bit about... because I've got the shotgun now, so... Fuck all of you who think that we can just mooch along. Longbow... Probably I'm going to retire a bit. Just because I think maybe, let's see, 23 gunpowder. We've got a decent amount of gunpowder. But the epoxy via this method is a little bit off. Yeah. How are we diddling? I think it's doable to make another firearm, which is the case. We do have the means to make a bolt action, which I will do because we do need it. We do need a rifle. Problem is now we need iron ingots, which don't quite think we've got the room for. Make more ropes. Right, quickly grab some of the ropes here. Plonk them down. Right, what are we missing? Alteration bench. 24 iron ore. Actually, more importantly, can I make a steel pickaxe? I fucking can. Right, now we can destroy this. Pop you in there. Now that we've got a steel pickaxe, you've run out of wood. Shit. There we go. Phew. Alright, grab some of that. Go over there. There's the thing. Right. We now have a steel pickaxe, which is going to be very useful in gathering the higher quality materials, which I'm just going to kind of farm for a bit, because we do get a bit more of a yield. I think in terms of quality as well, because like, when you get the tier 1 mining shit, the stone pickaxe gives you 50% mining radius and 100% yield from mining. You go tier 2, and you get 60%, 60 mile rate mining radius, 125 yield from mining. And then you get this, which is 130%. And then if we go to the next tier, we get the platinum pickaxe, which 133. So it has a value. And then eventually, I'm guessing for titanium pickaxe, what, 140? Okay, so there is a reason to get it. It's just not as easy. And depending on how long you're in mission for. Shit. I somehow missed that. Right. I will mine the platinum. Because there is platinum. I mean, eventually we'll get the tools to be able to mine all qualities of items there. It's just, at the moment, we've got the means to get the other shit, so might as well mine, get experience for getting this, because this is higher quality materials. And who knows, maybe I might be able to get some of the more expensive items as a result. I think once we've gotten this, though, I'm going to try and see if I can get some shotgun shells. As well as if we can find some other shit. Well, I'm going to drop this off and then try and find some shotgun shells. Well, try and find some more sulfur so we can make more gunpowder so I can get more... So, question, can I... Like a deep mining drill? I would need, surprisingly, not much. Refined gold. I have gold. Organic resin, which, if I'm not mistaken, to make organic resin, I just need oxide. Yeah, and I've got refined gold, so not an unreasonable amount of that, so that's somewhat sorted. Unfortunately, though, epoxy becomes the dominant thing, isn't it? So I need 10 electronics, which, if I'm not mistaken, I can get. I'm just... Apologies, guys, that we're not really making progress. I know I just said, oh, I need to finish the mission, but it's like, actually, no, I need to get my shit together. We need one thing to get to the other thing, so we might as well get that. Fantastic. We've got some oxide. I can breathe again. Yeah, we will need to probably do some part of the mission as well. The main objective is to, in fact, drill into... Like, the mission's objective is we need to basically to find a way into the desert biome, which is pretty cool. Already making a pretty decent progress as well, which is nice. I'm going to just keep farming some oxide, because we're going to need it not only to top up the oxygen, but also to make some organic resin, so... Right. What do we need to make that? Wood. Okay. Not mistaken, we have wood. And we have one, two, three. Yeah, we're full on that, so let's go. Let's go ape shit! He says, not getting enough wood. Tweet time! Oh, that is very satisfying. Mmm. What I am talking about. Right, so let's quickly grab some wood. Probably a couple of trees worth at least. And then we can kind of... Nice, right. To be fair, I'm actually kind of looking forward to doing an open world mission now. Because the thing is, going into this game a while ago, I wasn't... the problem I found with this game was that unless you've completed all the missions, which was the main reason why I was playing through this thing, it kind of felt a bit dull and boring because basically it was just the missions. There was no longevity or anything. It was just you go onto the planet, you find the resources, and the way that I played was very eat, sleep, drink, repeat kind of thing. I'd get onto the planet, I'd focus on building a base up, I'd gather enough materials to make a firearm, I'd then use the firearm, I then would, you know, move that aside. Like, I'd grab the firearm, I'd use the firearm to get to where I need to be, and then, you know, again, eat, sleep, gun, you know, land on thing, shoot thing, land on thing, shoot thing. It never felt, right. To be fair, we probably should focus on that as well. We got the cement mix going, which is good, so that's fine. Just need more iron. And then we could then make a biofuel can. Nong, 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 nong. Oh, we don't have enough nongs. Right, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. And sword. Oh, lovely. Sword. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Transfer old type. Right, cool. Right, we do have a firearm, and it is wondrous. Ooh, titanium, yes. So titanium and platinum, get in there. Gunpowder, get in there. How are we diddling with that? There we go. Sure, there was some benefits to this. And we climb up towards here. Get that sorted. So we're making a big improve, I'd say. And then I'm going to quickly go... Wait, do I have still? Yes, I still have copper. Copper, spice, and everything nice. Right, you go to there, that's fine. We need to go find some more iron. I'm gonna head over to yonder here because I know that there's a mine around here-ish, but there's like another one over here, and worst case scenario, I will just Google the mining location because I do recall some locations, but not all of them. But yeah, so going on into the next sort of phase, which I'm rather excited about, is the potential for making the big, like, going into the open worldness. I do hope this game finally transitions into a more open world thing kind of permanently. Like, the missions are really good, and if they can integrate those into the open nature of this thing, that would be really cool. Because again, the risk of losing your character, I think, would be really fun. Like, it's a bitch, without a doubt, but if you can make it so that, for argument's sake, whenever you go out and you're having to explore, like, you know, when you go down on the planet, you have a limited amount of time to get back to the planet, or so get back to those rocket ship, or you can select when you want to go back, but, like, the missions you do will progressively get harder and harder and harder. You know, with all of the complexity that we have here, the multi-phases and whatnot. You. 1, 2, you. Right, good. And we've got iron. And what till the very next day. Bam, 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 bam. Right, I think we've made enough. Oh, lovely. More iron. We're going to focus on getting some more iron now because I think we've made a fair amount of steel room and I've made some rather beautiful things. Now we kind of need more iron. Oh god, it actually feels like an iron. I'll get a deep mining of iron. Oh! That's like the noise. Oh! Right, okay. There we go. Drink. Really? I get dysentery from that? I'm in a fucking mine. Okay, I've just realized saying that there probably would be bats in here, so probably a good idea. Anyway. Yeah, what we'll do is, before the streams end, I will go and complete the 2 mission objectives of grabbing that thing. And then we're going to then have the... Right, there we go, there's a titanium. So yeah, we are going to go and complete the mission objectives of, like, retrieve the power system, and then I should be able to then make some severe... to be fair, because I've been spending a lot of time in the mission just, you know, gathering materials, completing the actual mission objectives could probably be done in a day, because I'll have gotten the ability to survive and shoot and stuff. I'll probably need about 100 rounds, though. Like, in the shotgun, probably about 100 rounds. In the rifle, maybe 60. And again, my kind of play style is a lot more on the if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. You know, it's like I would like to be in an extremely comfortable position of gathering materials and doing whatever. Does that mean does that mean I'm a bit? You could argue I'm a bit of a bitch because it's like, well, I don't want to. You know, I go into a position with fuck tons more ammo than I probably should. You're probably not wrong. Like, if I'm going to go into an environment where I could potentially get my ass handed to, bearing in mind I am on the hard setting. So I get a limited number of respawns. You could forgive me for wanting to take an opportunity to not let my character be in a vulnerable place. It's like, no, I don't want to lose my character because I was being cocky. I'm gathering aluminium, but I'm gathering aluminium because, damn it, I want to gather that aluminium. And I'll waddle away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just mining shit now for the sake of mining it. It's like, there's no more iron in this cave, but I might as well clear it out. Do. The last ironing. The last ironing, yes. The last ironing. Right, let's quickly go back in to grab the meat. Grab you. Yeah, titanium. Once we got the titanium, we should be able to make our way back to base. Put all that shit into the oven. And then find a place to store it. I actually just realized something. I've been doing this mission without requiring any storage containers at all. Which is kind of an impressive thing for me because I didn't think I'd need that. Like, genuinely, I'm quite perplexed. Right, so I've done that one. Right, so there was that one over there, and there's probably one over yonder. Let me just do a hypothetical search quickly. I can't do anything about it, and I'm kind of in a vulnerable spot. I'll go get ammo first. Because I think me needing ammo is probably going to be what's going to save my ass. I got a feeling that if I try and investigate that bit, I'll probably get my ass bit. And it won't be a great, great day for me. Oh, no. I feel like the timing of that lag and the person jumping on probably was not good, because that was terrible singing. If you're still watching by the time I get to this point, I am so sorry. Right. Let's quickly go dump this in. Right, let's go dump this in. So, iron, yes, we very much need iron. I also now have gold, which allows us to get electronics. I've got the organic resin, which is going to be absolutely wondrous. So, I now have that. I can make a fair amount of this, which is really kind of cool. So, how many can I make? Not enough epoxy. Motherfucker. The thing is, though, in order to make... The stupid thing is, well, the funny thing is, I can't sing in English, but German? Oh. Right. How much can I make? That's 5, 10... How much can I make? 5, 10, 15, 20. Ooh, epoxy. Nice. I can make more. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 rounds for a shotgun? Maybe. Yeah. I think we need the shotgun rounds. I mean, we're going to need more epoxy, so, sadly. I mean, if we gather more sulfur, then maybe that would mitigate the issue. But the problem is we need gunpowder. And it's like, yeah. Also, tree sap, where the fudge did you go? Oh, okay, I need more sticks. Well, I can get sticks. I can get quite a lot of sticks, actually. Huh. Quickly get this stuff. So how you been, Mr. Connor? Hope you're having a lovely day. Just gathering some materials for my slightly advanced base. Just trying to also make some equipment so that my weapons can do so. Well, I do finally now have I've actually upgraded my character a bit, so now he can actually utilize firearms, which is glorious. I can actually focus on making cheaper ammo, though theoretically speaking I can't. Apparently I've already got the talents for that, don't I? Yeah, I apparently can, so I'm already spending not as much to make that, but still, god damn it. Reduce bullet spread, chance gain durability, chance not to consume ammo. Isn't it habitation? Is there a thing that allows me to make firearms? Husbandry, no, that's not it. There's a thing that allows me to make gunpowder. Is it under survival? Maybe. Okay, shotgun, biocrops. Yeah, that's the fucking one. Oh, bugger. Grants the recipe to make gunpowder from fertilizer on the mortar and pestle. That's the fucking one. But the problem is I also need to... Oh, that's not fair. Oh, that's not fair. Wait, hang on. No, it is fair. No, it's fair. It's fair. At first I thought it wasn't fair, but it turns out, no, it actually is fair. Sorry. What I'm talking about is basically, in Icarus, for those who don't know, you can see that certain talents are kind of locked, not just behind lower parts of the tech tree, but also certain, like, things for it. For example, the character has like an icon which represents the amount of points you need to be putting into this thing in order to get it. So, for argument's sake, I need to max out the rank of exploration for me to be able to go down into these particular things. And eventually, it makes a thing. So, for example, at first I thought I needed to get a higher tier of experience in, or put more points into this accolade here. But in actual fact, all I need to do is basically put 1, 2, 3 points in, and then I can use that, and I don't have to actually, you know, do that, which is quite nice. So that is better. Though annoyingly, I need to figure out what the button, the tech was that allowed me to remove like degrade the bio shit faster, because I need to make fertilizer, and I can't remember how to make fertilizer. If memory serves correctly, it was a tier 2. It was a tier 2 plot, and I'm like, there was a thing that allowed us to like reduce. Like there was a thing that allowed us to basically decrease the. Was it? There it is. A wood composter. That's the fucking thing. Yes. Yes, that was the thing, and I need to basically use 2. Okay, so that was the thing. Right, there we go. Because, oh, hello. I'll farm some wood. I will... And look at that, sulfur on the side. Nice. Yeah, so the reason why I'm wanting to use it like that is because then I can farm. I can get some free using fertilizer to turn it into gunpowder. Effectively, gunpowder no longer becomes a problem to get, which just makes the whole thing better. And then I can use sulfur for more practical things, such as so, for example, I can use sulfur to either turn. Well, we can use sulfur to turn it into epoxy. So again, it's like it's a nice little side grade that makes life a lot easier. But unfortunately, it does require a few things here and there, which, depending on your standpoint, it's either waste of EXP because, for example, I don't have to. Right, that's 200 sticks for what is essentially. Ooh, love the sticks. Stickity, stickity, stick. Oh, weather. And it's a flash storm. Yeah, this is the weather storm you do not want to have. Flash storms are very dangerous. So, in Icarus, for those who don't know, there are... Yeah, I gotta get back home quickly before I get zapped. Because the storms will zap you, and they really fucking hurt. Thank the Emperor. Yeah, I had one flash storm at one point, which was really bad. Like earlier in the mission, there was one when I still had a wooden house, and that was what convinced me to go, you know, I probably should get slightly better shit for this. So, right, so let's quickly have a look, see. Oh, yeah, flash right in front of us. So a flash storm is basically just really windy, really violent, and lots of zaps, as you can see. It is dangerous as fuck for a wooden house, for obvious reasons, because the moment you get zapped by lightning, the whole fucking house, well, the building part gets instantly put on fire, and can immediately spread to other parts of the building. If you don't have a fire whacker, and you don't get to that particular sector in time, your house burns down. I have lost a few houses in my time playing this game because I didn't get a stone building. So, getting a stone building is probably like the key objective when you start going into missions after you reach level 20. Like, level 20 is when you start to really get into its own. Like level 10, level 20, you really want to start looking into getting that. Especially when you can start getting fairly quickly. Concrete buildings are probably the best option because then you get to build them inside wintry conditions. But right. Another dangerous part about flash storms is the fact that the storms will set fires to the local wildlife. So if you're not careful, the flash storms can result in the destruction of a lot of your resources, which is a bit of a shame. Now, luckily, because I've got a stone building, there is very limited, if not almost minimal, chances of fire breaking out in on my shit. Well, that was close. Yep. There we go. Yeah, you want to stay inside the building because if you're zapped, you immediately you get hit pretty hard, and you get a debuff which kind of limits your movements quite a fair margin. And there's unfortunately what happens to a tree. So, this game is terrifying. This game is utterly terrifying. Right, we need more epoxy. How much gunpowder do we actually have? Not unreasonable. Actually, no, quite a small amount now. So we're gonna have to immediately put that into that and put that into that use. How are we diddling with this stuff? Slowly but surely getting the titanium ingots, the other shit. So we're gonna have to wait a bit for that. Right. How bad is it? What trees are on fire? There's one in the distance over there. Oh, there's another tree over there as well. Okay. Fires do spread. In fact, I think, what is it? Over here. There's actually, I can show you what happens with the fire spreads. Fires do spread. And they can be quite dangerous. As you can see, this patch of trees got hit pretty hard. If they're in a location where there's a shitload of trees, you can easily lose a good chunk of the game, a good chunk of the environment. So, if we're not lucky, we could potentially see a lot of these trees going bye-bye, which obviously does affect our wood income. Though, at this point in the game, it's not as important. Oh yeah, my shotgun. I have shotgun. Ho, ho, ho. Right. Let's do a bit of a reconnaissance run over by L12. I'm fairly convinced that there is a mine, like a cave area over here. But I can't remember if it was a bear cave or not. We've yet to encounter a bear cave at this point. But I imagine when we complete the mission a bit more, that might change. What's my inventory like? Fairly full, but to be fair, we probably should plonk that stuff back in the thing. Do we have any... Yeah, true. We just need to turn around and there's a fucking polar bear just being like, sup. But to be fair, I have a shotgun now. So bring the fucker on. It's like, you may be the king of the roost, but I have got a fucking shotgun and I will yeet you off that platform. I mean, to be fair, the shotgun does do a fairly decent amount of damage. It's not like the rifle, which one taps them a lot. But when you have a gun, you are immediately the top of the food chain, so long as they don't get close. Oh, oxides run out. Right, let's quickly plot this stuff. Plot this over here. Right, quickly grab that as well. How are we diddling? Yes. And yes. Perfect. It's going to be wonderful. How are you diddling? You're diddling alright. No, no. Right, let's go quickly explore before the end of the character's day. But no, if you want to talk about jump scares, just wait until you go to the desert. Like, fucking hell, that place is scary. Well, no, actually, no. It's the Arctic. Like, if you, in terms of difficulty, Icarus has this really strange kind of hybridness to it, where the difficulty is all dependent on what shit you bring with you. So, for example, if your character is well prepared, takes the time and dedicate. If you take your time and dedication to ensure if you take your time and dedication to ensure your character is prepared and ready to go, this game can actually be quite easy and quite enjoyable. Well, it can be quite a breeze. If you're not careful or you get caught out, it can be a fucking nightmare. You can be running through the trees, desperately trying to avoid bears and other creatures. You could be, squinting as far into the distance because you thought you saw a polar bear, and you're hearing the fucking sound of one coming close to you, but you cannot see him, and then all of a sudden he's in your face like this deer. I knew it. There is a cave. Now, is it guarded by a bear? I'm gonna take cover on this one. Because there could be a bear, and I don't like it. And it's a big cave, so we better take cover. Right, this is the big cave with a lot of resources. Fuck it. Right, we want to be careful. This is the big cave. But it is so worth it. Oi! Fucker. We've got so much stuff. Seriously. Okay, as long as we... As long as he doesn't hit us, we're fine. That's the big thing. As long as he doesn't. These are the big fucking caves that are well worth it. Though they are, in itself, they have their own dangers. Not just because of the bugs, well, the worms, but actually more to do with the risks of character getting lung problems by being in the caves. Oh, really? Okay, there we go. Because the problem is, if your character is in a cave for too long, they get, oh, fuck, what's it called? Not what, oh, fuck, what was it called again? Pneumonia, that was it. So, like, if your character gets pneumonia, it fucking sucks. Your stamina goes down to a pittance, like an absolute piss poor performance style. Alright, very quickly gather some more iron, because we absolutely do need it. This is one of the biggest caves we've got, which is going to give us a nice amount of resources. Like, we're probably going to be able to profit off this for quite some time, which is going to be very, very useful. A good strat to Icarus is if you can save your big caves until you get the juicy shit. Like, learn the locations of all of the smaller caves so you don't have to, and raid those first. Like, all of the small caverns, like over here, over here, over here, maybe even going on under the ground, all of the smaller caverns will give you the resources you need to craft the better shit. And now that I can, now that I've crafted the better shit, I can actually now more happily raid these bigger caves, which have far more resources. Bit of a risk, considering you've got the bugs. Definitely a thing you don't want to take too much of the piss for. But at the same time, it's like I've got a high yield pickaxe with a lot of time and energy that I can just go fucking mad on. And, again, you get rewarded for simply, not dying. So, only thing you have to take care on, of course, is the fact that you need to have a character that is not likely to get pneumonia. Or if you can get a character that can, if you can get the tech for, like, reducing the pneumonia or outright cancelling it, that would be cool too. I don't need that. I need iron. Just more iron. Because pneumonia takes a fucking age to get rid of. Right. Oh, my character's low on oxygen. I forgot about that. Right, let's make our way out. And it's already night, so, probably a good idea to make our way back to base. Just a smidge. We also got some rotten. We also got some fruit. I need to eat. Shotgun time in the wilderness. Ooh, sulfur. I will grab you. Sulfur is wondrous. Until I get the tech. Well, I do technically got the talent points now, so I will dedicate myself a little bit of time towards that. There we go. Ooh, more sulfur. No. Fuck. Hello, Demon Wolf. Welcome to the stream. I hope you have a lovely time here. Hey, Wolf. What's up? Wanna play Fun Times? No. Oh, really? Fine. Everyone's coming to play now, isn't it? Son of a bitch. Right. What do I do? Well, I can probably drop some of the watermelons, because how much kilograms? Okay, I'm probably gonna regret this, but we do kind of need to get rid of these things. Also, GG with the 1 kg. Yeah, no, I'm gonna drop. Yeah, drop you, split, drop you. So all the watermelons rolling down the hill. Oh, well, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a good time here. And thank you very much for watching my content. I'm just going to focus on the bones primarily. Just realized the conundrum I have here that might fuck my... Yeah, literally as I was about to say it, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't, and too late. Right. Where be the wolf that I got his face in? Ah, there it is. Come, brother, we are making our way home. And I can't take you with me. Fuck a duck. But, oh look, the watermelons are still going.
We see here the traveling case of the watermelon family as it makes its notable journey through the wilderness of Icarus. Its danger, it does not know where it needs to go, but it only knows that it must continue to go.
Icarus. So Icarus is basically a first-person / third-person survival game where you are a prospector sent to a planet where a terraforming project went wrong to complete various tasks and assignments. The big factor in this game is the fact that your character... just quickly nom. Oh, really? Right, apparently I can't eat whilst I'm over encumbered, which doesn't make any sense, but fine. Right, that's that sorted, so I'm guessing... Oh, really? 10 count. So this game is basically set on a planet called Icarus, where you are a prospector who is sent to complete various tasks for money, resources, and you are basically battling the elements to make your own survival. And there's like a mystery to this planet because while the terraforming project went wrong and the planet's atmosphere, despite it looking like a normal Earth-like environment, is full of methane, which is completely poisonous to any and all humans. And so you're sent to the planet to complete various assignments, from scanning the location to retrieving certain objects for certain corporations. And there's a kind of undertone story here where something is not quite right with this planet. There are creatures out there that, you know, you'd think, like the animals in this game are a little bit, you know, they've been genetically modified so that they can survive on the planet. But unfortunately, something's not quite gone to plan. And unfortunately, there are some creatures that are not really of this Earth or of ours. So we are like... So when you go down to the planet, you often find yourselves encountering some rather nasty fuckers in this thing. Most of the time, you're fine. But there are the occasional giant monsters, which, yeah. Or at the current moment, there are polar bears, which are fucking nightmare fuel. So as you play through... Oh, okay. That's weird. Oh, okay. So I didn't skin him, but apparently he did. So the other unique thing about this game is that you have a limited amount of time, depending on what game mode you do. It's the goat's fault. Yes. All of our worries and terrors are caused because of goats. So basically, there is another factor of this game where, like, because there's two modes to this game basically at the moment. there is an open world. There's an open world version where you basically go through. You land on planet side and completing various assignments that get harder and harder and harder and harder, and then you get assignments, or you can do the missions, which is what the game originally launched with. Where you have time-limited missions that you have to complete objectives in order to within a number of days. And originally, what was unique about this game is that if you run out of time on the mission timer, you get left on the planet. So that is still a factor, but they've toned it down a little bit, because it used to be that it used to be real time. You would land on the planet, and if you spent time away from if you spent time away. Like, for example, if you went on holiday or if you stopped playing the game for a bit, the timer would still go down, which is kind of terrifying. Because you would find yourself, for example, like, you get back and you think, oh, fuck, I've got like 3 days left before I can finish the mission, and I still need to get started. So it's a lot of it's an adrenaline rush, to say the least. But as your character... So the other unique thing about the game is that as your character... so there's a leveling system in the game, and as your character progresses in levels, your skills, your tech points, which basically is the materials you can use to, make stuff, increases. And when you reach certain levels, you reach a sort of tech level, if you will, or tier level. So I think every 10 levels you reach a sort of tier list. And basically the bits and bobs get a little bit better and better. Kind of similar to Ark, if you've ever played Ark, or... oh, God, what is it? Something. Oh, I probably do need to get that. I do probably need to get that. Yeah, more or less. Because the thing is... You're a pioneer. You're not you're a colonist. You're basically where is the wood? There it is. So you're a pioneer on the planet. You are literally one of like a dozen at most people. And I almost forgot to get the oxygen. Right. I forgot about that. There we go. So yeah, you're a very limited amount of resources on the planet. Like, you are a tiny percentage of people, and you're already kind of a rare breed, because not every pioneer makes it back. I mean, for example, in the mission briefing for this one, there was a team of sweet. So there was a team of explorers and excavators who disappeared after they reported a potential hole in a cave. So now you're like, oh, okay then. I think we've got some. I'll take a couple. I'll take a few of these ingots, because I think I'm gonna need them, especially you. All right, grab some iron nails. Over there. So, the game itself is a lot of fun, though, and most definitely deserves a major... It's definitely a game that had a rough start, because when the game originally came out, it had not the best of receptions. The problem is it kind of came out in a bit of a shabby state. There was definitely things that were wrong with it that could do with it being improved. But the good thing is that this game kind of got the rarest opportunity in modern video gaming, which is a second chance. And I think the developers have definitely taken advantage, have definitely used that chance to sort of tell a good story. For example... They do weekly updates on the game. Like, they do weekly reports on the game as well as updates to add more features, to do more things, to try and correct the mistakes that they've made. And I think they've definitely improved in that regard. Because, again, there is so much now that this game has that really shines, to be brutally honest with you. It's a really awesome thing. What is... Oh, okay, so it is making that stuff. It sounds like, what the hell's going on with that? Right. So, gonna make that. And we need more. To be honest with you, don't look into it too much. Genetics, magic. I mean, at this point, you might as well say magic. That's what I'm saying. So, but again, not everything went to plan on this planet. The premise is that, sure, we've made it so that animals can live on the planet, but that doesn't mean whatever's living on this planet is totally what should be. It's not what it should like. It should look. To put it that way. It's like it may decide to be like this, but in actuality. Right. Sweet. So we got a biofuel can, and we got a biofuel composter. Which I am going to plonk over here. So what do I need? Tree sap, fuel, tree sap, wood, fuel. So I need tree sap, which we've got it in plenty of spades. So if I plop this in, okay, so we're not going to get anything from rotten meat, which kind of sucks. I think if I get the wood composter though, it might allow us to get the biofuel. Shame. Well, we need this. We need the sticks anyway, so. Yeah, it does. Ian Malcolm's Life Finds a Way would probably be a beautiful example of that. Can I... Ooh. That might be useful. Wood to sticks. I think we're going to need that so we can make some other stuff. Oh yes, I forgot to mention. My bad. The unique thing about Icarus is that you have a sort of spec to a character. Each character you make, I think there's a limit to it, but your character can kind of spec into a type of thing, into a type of profession, if you will, or whatever. So, for example, you can have a character that is really good at exploration. So they get the benefits from, consuming less oxygen, consuming less food, less... I think I'm going to be going with that. They can survive in the wilderness. They use certain types of hunting or equipment or anything like that. They can build things, for example, so you can have a character that's really good at using the resources efficiently, or there's a character that has tools that it means that they don't take as long to get reduced, wear rate. Or they can be really good at taking care of animals. There is amounts in this game where you can basically have a tame buffalo, like a water buffalo, which is a thing. There are also repairing things where you can ensure buildings can be fixed. True. And naturally there's a combat focus as well. So for example, you can have characters with blades, so swords and knives primarily. Spears as well, that's another thing which you can have. Bows and crossbows. So you can have a character spec'd into some bows, and you can have recurve bows and stuff, which if you go to the tech tree, we can go to even tier 4. You can get, where is it? I think I saw it somewhere. I can't quite remember. Oh yeah, there it is, compound bow. So you can get some really good, good bows in this game if you're a bow guy. But there are also guns, which just put you on the top of the food chain. My favorite is the hunting rifle because it has 6 rounds of ammo capacity and feels fucking amazing. Ooh, prototype thumper. Oh, this is the big thing. Yes, I remember now. This is like one of the miners as well. Nice. Replenishes the mineable rocks in the surrounding area. Huh. Sure hope this doesn't attract anything big, probably. You get electricity as well, so you can make solar panels, you can make water wheels, which kind of sounds awesome. A lot of these things are kind of designed for more for the game modes, which eventually you'll be on the planet for quite a long time. So you slowly tech up and build up to the point where you are more or less in a modern home. You can have composite metal armors and fabricators, there's weapon customization. So the game over the course of its lifespan has basically spec'd quite a lot. And improving these things, which, again, really awesome. You also have a solo build option as well, so if you're not playing with a lot of people, this is another really useful thing, which I'm a huge fan of, to be personally honest. Let me have a look. See, what is this? Cavalry weight is nice, but I kind of want to roll with weapons. Resource summoner item. Not sure. Yeah, definitely go with that. Resource summoner item. I mean, if you're talking about the Thumper, then maybe? Possibly? I've not used it. It's a relatively new piece of kit, to be fair. So I'm unaware of what it can do. But yeah, depending on what your character specs into, there's a lot that the game can do, which is really good. It is a lot of fun in that regard. But as you build your character up, you can get some pretty intense... I just realised I have this coal ore there, and the charcoal. Pop that into yonder. Pop that over here, and... Oh, nice! We can use the tree... Yes, perfect. And I see some sticks, which I'm turning into sap. The nice thing, of course, is that the building side of it, and to be fair, the other cool thing about this game is you can actually have quite a lot of customization to buildings as well. So, all in all, there are some really useful things in this game that have a pretty nice and pretty substantial use. Speaking of which, I need to probably grab the wood composter, which requires sulfur. I've got sulfur, though I don't know if I have enough soil, spoiled plants. Probably I do. No, I don't. Which sucks. One off. God damn it. Is there not anything in the other things? No. Alas, we do not have enough. Here's all summoner item. I mean, I've technically got ruined fruit we can put in there. Right, what's the other thing? Epoxy we don't have, but that's fine. Where is it? I've got the tree sap, so I should probably head over yonder. Pop that into there. Pop that into there. There you go. Got some fuel going. Does it count as cooked meat? Oh, it does. Holy fuck, I just realized something. I could use the fucking cooked meat I've got here. Get rid of the other 20. Get rid of that stack. Put the 7 in there as spares. Alright, pop that into there. Nice. Oh, this has got plenty of life. Nice. Nice. To be fair, this game, the good thing about this game is that since the release, there has been definitely improvements towards ensuring player retention, or at least ensuring that you don't get too bored or too frustrated. I mean, for example, the timer no longer goes down regardless of whether you play it or not. So as soon as you log in, you know, if you're playing on your own, then you have more or less an indeterminate amount of time. I mean, there is a time limit. I won't deny that. But in comparison to what it was previously, it's almost non-existent, which is nice. I will grab you, pop you in here. Oh. I need epoxy, motherfucker. I hate the fact that I need epoxy. Son of a bitch. I need epoxy. I need more crossbones. I have a wolf. Doesn't give me a lot of things, which is depressing. The other thing about this game, which is probably why this game probably is such a good in that regard, is it does give... So one of the other things is probably nice about this game is it is a solid cooperative game. Like if you have friends and you have a particular place, you can craft and build and do all sorts of things like that. So it's a lot of fun, I would say. And if you've got a mission where, for example, you want to sort of set your roots down a bit, then yeah, I could definitely recommend. What else? What do I need? To be fair, we could just do it with rifles. I think I'll probably do that because rifle ammunition is something nice. How much ammo can I get? Ooh. Fuck yeah, I will take that. Fucking get in. That's going to be a nice amount of ammo. Oh yeah, I meant to do that when I alteration bench. Shit. Well, no, I've got ammo. I've got plenty of. There'll be plenty of things when I get back. Just means I can complete the mission. To be brutally honest, I don't know. I think so. I think so. Maybe. Let me just go get that wolf. Sniper Elite. Yeah, for some reason this game has a Sniper Elite kill cam with its weapons. I don't know why. To be fair, I think no. I have seen images of a mower being a mount, so it's possible that you can get a mower mount. Cue Final Fantasy Chocobo music. To be fair, that would actually be kind of sick. Though, personally, I'm not a huge fan of having a mount, because it kind of feels like it just turns into Ark, which... One of the reasons why I didn't like Ark was because of the fucking mount system. Because it's like, oh my god, you get a dinosaur to do anything for you. And I'm like, how about the human does it? But, no. At the moment, yeah, there's only... what is it? I think there's a mower. Yeah, like... oh. Thank you, Chambois. I could appreciate that. It's like a... Think of a cassowary. It's apparently a moa was an extinct bird for that one, but think of a cassowary, but bigger and taller. I think it runs like a it runs like a cassowary. I think that's how you say its name. Hang on. Let me just quickly. Okay, so a moa was a flightless bird that's gone extinct. That were formerly endemic to New Zealand. They were quite a tall creature. Yeah, quite a tall creature, actually. About 600 years ago, it went extinct. It was quite a big creature, apparently. Hang on. Does it say how tall it was? Also, wouldn't tell you your fucking stats, will it? Oh, there it is. Jesus. Yeah, it was tall. Like, easily twice the height of a man. So I'm going to go with, like... More or less. Like, imagine a cassowary on steroids. And I think it would be a good assessment to say that. Rifle. Beauty. I have a rifle, and I have ammo. Right. Time to retire the crossbow. I have a gun, and I am happy to use it. Actually, I've just realized also I probably need to get around to finally making a freaking bench. Oh, God. Right. Let's actually make a crate so I can actually store shit, because, yeah, kind of need that now. I finally need a place to store shit. So, I'm going to pop this down here. So, I'm going to pop I'm going to cross the crossbow in here. Is there anything else I need to pop in there? Not particularly. How are we diddling? Oh, I still have some stuff. Good. Right, I'm going to pop some wood then in here because we need that shit. Right, my character's... Right, Baldy. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Right, let's go get this materials and stuff. So, basically, the good thing about Icarus is that it gives you the total freedom to... like, to build as much as you want. And for me, what I like about this game is it gives me the ability to completely over-prepare whilst having... like, it's a great explorer's game with the ability to... I don't know, like, I don't know really what it's about this game that I just like playing, but it's one of those games I could just sink some hours into. Like, you can jump into a mission on one session and get your base prepared and get all of your stuff all ready to go, and then the next mission, and then the next session is you completing that assignment after so long. And what's nice also is once you've completed the mission, you get obviously cash rewards. I don't know what the official term for the credit is, but I'm just going to call it caps or whatever. And you can use that to buy material, weapon, equipment, and yeah, pretty much. I went to the wiki, so obviously don't take a pinch of salt with that one. But yeah, so basically you can get unique equipment and certain things that make the mission easier. For example, you can buy a water canister already, so that gives you the ability to drink wherever you go without needing to like constantly go near a water source. You can get an oxygen tank, which means that you don't have to build a little shitty breathing tube thing here. You can actually be on the planet side for a long period of time without needing to replenish your water supply, your oxygen supply. Right, so tunneling drill.
Legos unit figures the cave system's the key to getting through to the desert. But tidal forces from Minos mean subterranean networks are anything but stable. They figured you'll need drilling equipment.
Fair enough. So, eventually, once you start completing... by the way, that voice announcer is Chad. He has a really... like, I don't know who the voice actor is for them, but well fucking done in choosing him for a voice actor, because, my god. It's kind of like the Wild West, but it's also like... he's a friendly guy. Like, he's a guy who genuinely probably cares, but he's also kind of like, he's seen enough people die on Icarus that he's like, well, I don't really think you're gonna live through this, but I'm not gonna completely say you're fucked either. There's a big cave over there as well. So he's like, well, if you live long enough, I can maybe tip my hat to you. And it's like, Icarus is not a place to fuck around in. But you know that, don't you? And it's kind of... it's like you wouldn't be here if you didn't want some kind of danger. Though the money, of course, sounds real and nice to you, don't it? It's kind of like he's half mocking you, but at the same time, he's like, he's also here for that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't want to encounter the big nasty. But to be fair, there is a DLC in the making for this called the Galileo update. Which is due to... I don't know if there's any... I don't think there's a release date. At least I'm not aware of any release date. But what's unique about this is that the location in which we get to go into... because they did release a DLC for this game. And for a large amount of players, they did make it free. Which, again, was half an apology for the state of the game being released. As well as a thank you to the community for giving them the second chance. But the game itself, I'm just going to quickly gather the materials because... well, gather this thing because we are going to need it a lot. But basically, the Styx area is a new zone. Oh my god, the amount of fucking pumpkins we've got.
Oh, my God, Himmel.
And I'm also going to harvest the sticks. Like, I'm kind of going a bit apeshit because we've gone into a new zone and I've kind of already started burning through... I've already burnt through a large portion of resources in the area, so I'm basically gathering materials to continue our sweep and shit. So it's kind of like, yeah, we need to build up shit. But no, so So the area that I'm currently at the moment is known as the Olympus region, which is an area of mountainous terrain surrounded by... it's an area of mountainous terrain which kind of links into both a desert and an Arctic region. Then you go towards the Styx region, which is in an area there's a dedicated valley. It's a valley with a river in it and everything. And it has, once again, it has an Arctic region, though I haven't explored it that much. I'd stopped playing the game around 8 months, well, probably now 9 months ago now. But the game itself, I'd stopped playing the game for about 8 months prior to me live streaming it again, and there was a lot of updates to this game since then. So that's why we're back here, basically. I am farming like a motherfucker. Wondrous. Hopefully I'm not going to burn too much through my thing, though I do need to go grab some sodding water again. I definitely feel like I'm probably going to need to grab some more materials and whatnot. But yeah, so in terms of mounts, I think there is going to be mounts for that. Oh god. Grab. Perfect. Though the Galileo update is reportedly going to be set in a swampy region, where it's a little bit closer to where the fuck up of Icarus is. But there's also going to be fishing in that game. So, yay! I'm gonna probably have to deal with fucking sharks or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna need the power system because I don't have the power system. I don't have that tech. Hey, wolf! I'm gonna save ammo. I'm gonna grab the wolf I got and see if I can grab the other materials. Dun, 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 dun. Not precisely. Not precisely. To be brutally honest, I'm not sure about... the thing is, I don't want to burn through too many Old World Blues playthroughs before really big things come through, because the problem I find with Old World Blues is that eventually it turns into a snowball effect where I start conquering half the planet. Now, don't get me wrong. That's fun. But I'm sure that you guys probably get a bit fed up with me doing the exact same thing over and over again. So I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should try... I'm trying to sort of think on perhaps branching over to the normal Hearts of Iron 4 game, or perhaps go into such things as Stellaris, or if ever mods and stuff get good, go into Victoria 3. You know, or even Crusader Kings 3, because I've got that game, I just never got round to playing it. But the thing is, it's like... I honestly don't know why Hearts of Iron 4 is popular. I genuinely don't know why. I just played it because I thought, hey, it's fun, this is enjoyable. And somehow everyone went nuts over it. And that's not, I'm not saying, like, I'm not even annoyed. I'm obviously ecstatic that my most popular video series is East Coast Glory, which oh god, I really wish I could have completed that campaign. If there's a big regret, I would say, is not being able to complete East Coast Glory. Is my biggest regret. I never could finish that fucking thing because the goddamn updates. But my god, the day that we can get the East Coast again, you bet your fucking ass I'm playing the Eastern Brotherhood and we are conquering the goddamn world. I am owed that much. But no, like, okay, Demon Wolf. Here's a good thing for you. Oh, okay. Might be a thing. Okay, so here's a question, Demon Wolf. I'm giving you the opportunity to influence the content of the future. So, for your loyalty and support for the channel, I very much appreciate your feedback and content viewing. What would you say sounds more appealing to you? Crusader Kings with the, mods and everything, I'll try and look into. Not actually played Crusader Kings much, so I don't really know how to play that game. Stellaris, which I do have experience in. I have played Stellaris on a few occasions, and I do enjoy the big old space combat. Or trying to play Hearts of Iron 4, but with other style mods, such as the vanilla, or try even play vanilla. Or like Road to 56, or Weltkrieg, Kaiserreich, there was it, yeah, that kind of stuff. Like, what sounds appealing to you? I'd be willing to try experimenting with. I'd be willing to experiment with Crusader Kings, but I don't know how to play that game, so it would be a while before I could get a decent sort of role playthrough. Stellaris, I know has some recently decent, relatively large updates for it, which is pretty cool. So, for example, I know that they've got the story packs and shit, which is quite fun, and they do have some pretty solid mods in there as well. Or do we want to go for something? Oh, fucking hell. Woo! GG. Because the thing is, what I don't want to do is I don't want to burn out from Hearts of Iron 4 because the only thing I do is Old World Blues, and we run out of nations to do stuff with. Because the issue is, I'm not that good at the game, to be brutal. Like, the first time I did Eagle's Revenge, Eagle Rock, I fucked up, resulting in me not getting, like, I fucked up so many times with that campaign because I didn't really get, I focused too much on, I didn't notice that you could actually expand the regions until it was too late, or the fact that you could, or the fact that, you know, declaring, trying to go for the whole economic side of things meant that my army was all shit, that I didn't understand how that worked, or the coring system, which only in this particular playthrough did I finally figure out how to work in a way that made it beneficial to me. So it's like I'm trying to think about the best kind of ways to keep you guys entertained, you know, to keep you guys with fresh content, whilst also working on a system that I know I can have fun with, because at the end of the day, like I say in my updates, it's a hobby of mine. This whole YouTube channel is 100% a hobby. I have never once earned pennies from this. EAW. Europe is EAW. What's EAW again? Is that Europe at War? I'm guessing that's what you're meaning by that. Have I just gone by my fucking base? I think I have as well. GG. My hoi fort is immaculate. I wouldn't know. I don't think so. Hey, John Smith. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. I said I wouldn't know about that. I am by far the most average, if not slightly shit, player of Hearts of Iron 4. But again, I'd be willing to experiment, see what it's like. I mean, the Crusader Kings 3 thingy would be interesting. Though, to be honest, I've also kind of wondered about Mountain Blade. Because I do have Mountain Blade Bannerlord. And I know that there are some pretty impressive mods. I was either thinking like a Roman-style playthrough, because there is a Roman mod in this game. I know that there are Roman mods in the game as well. Ooh, I've got the rotten fruit, which means I can make the thing. Yes. Equestria at war. Wait a minute. Isn't that My Little Pony world? I'm feeling a level of suspicion when you mentioned Equestria. My brain kind of... I don't know much about those things, but I do know a bit. And I'm a little suspicious of that. Basic fertilizer, sport plants. Oh, so I need to go hunting for stuff now, don't I? Yeah. Oh, yes. Tree sap. I thought as much. I'm no My Little Pony fan. Right, locate the cave entrance. Pop that back. So we have the tunneling drill, and we have. Right. Hey, Connor Ribbit. I mean, I can't deny, yes, that does sound... I'm sure you guys will enjoy it, but it's one of those things which is like, if you do the same thing 700 times, it's like, eventually it's gonna run dry. Like, eventually there's gonna be a point in which, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna need that, don't I? Yeah, kind of. Right. Gonna grab a couple of these, gonna grab some tree sap. Gonna go over to here. Gonna do the same thing. Tree sap. Dump, dump. Oh, we've maxed out the biofuel can. Nice. I'm gonna grab 2 then. Biofuel deep mining drill. We need 10 electronics. We need epoxy. Fuck a duck. We got some creatures, of course. What's the time of the game? 1400 or 1600 now. So, probably need to go make some. I'm probably gonna need to make some more steel. So let's go get some ore whilst we're waiting here. So not that. Actually, to be fair, we probably should dump a few bits here and there, so that way my character doesn't have all the shit on them. So we can get more iron. So pop that down, pop that down, pop that down, pop you to the side there. Pop these into that thing. 1 kilogram. Fuck a duck. We have... Yes, we do. Fantastic. Right, okay. Here we go. Oh, don't we have, in one of the crafting benches, a spare torch? Yes, we do. Brilliant. Star Trek mod, eh? Could be an interesting thing. I know that there's the Star Wars mod, which I mean, I have to admit, it's Star Wars. It's kind of my jam. Though then again, 40k. By the grace of the Golden Throne. But no, like, here's a question to you guys. Mountain Blade. Seriously, Bannerlord. I've downloaded Bannerlord. I know that the mods now, you can download the mods in the workshop and everything. So what are your stances on that game? Like, would you watch me play it? Put it that way. Because, like, there's a real-time strategy style mod in there where you can, like, command the troops. So it's a bit like Total War, but then there's the benefit of actually going into the battles and fighting them and shit. You know, if that sounds appealing to you, because I'm curious, I'd like to give it a bash. Wouldn't mind giving it a bash. Oof, the loading. I mean, the thing with... Oh. Shotgun time. Whoop. Whoop. I love shotguns. There's another one in the distance, but unfortunately the game is a bit laggy when you go into caves. Unfortunately. Right. This is why we make them. But no, so basically... Because the thing is, in Mountain Blade... in Bannerlord 2, there is a Warhammer Fantasy mod So, for example, we could in fact have a Warhammer Fantasy mod where we face off against vampire counts, fucking orcs, Gretchens, zombies, all sorts of things. So it's like you have Castle Frankenstein or the Drakenhoffs, or we could do a Rome-style playthrough. I also have eyes on things like Rome Total War Remastered with the Roma Surrectum one. Imperator Surrectum, I can't remember its name, but that fucking giant-ass map mod, which is, on the one hand, really appealing, because it's like, ooh, that looks like something I can sink my teeth into, and it'll be a really long series. And then I'm thinking, oh, fuck a duck, that's a really big thing I'd have to sink my teeth into to get a really long series. So it's like, it's one of those things that would be just as horrifying to play, because, like, Jesus Christ, the amount of time you'd have to spend just... You'd be like, hi guys, welcome to episode 735 of our campaign. We've just got out of Italy. You know, that kind of thing. But no, like, to be fair, Mount and Blade Bannerlord probably would be the stronger contender of that, if you guys were... Yeah, I don't get the thingy. Mainly because Bannerlord would be a really fun experiment to see what we could do with something like that. So, as I said, I'd like to... I would definitely be happy to do that. And again, I mean, I'm definitely willing to play more Hearts of Iron 4. It's not like I don't want to play Hearts of Iron 4. But it's just obviously... It's just not... I don't want to keep doing the same thing again and again. But I know that's kind of the point of games like Hearts of Iron 4, but you get what I mean. Right. What is this? Oh. My God, that is fucking awesome and also irritating at the same time. Right. We gotta keep going. 1k damage to you, and 1k damage to me. And kill everything about you, because you almost killed me. Yeah, like, I mean, the thing is, though, as much as it's my choice in the end, this channel is meant for you guys. Like, as much as I'll say, as much as, like, I know, I said, this is a hobby, so yes, my decision kind of matters a bit more when it comes to, like, whether or not I'm having fun. I'm obviously not going to do something that's all my fun, because my way of doing things is probably not the most exciting at times. I mean, a good example of this is probably the way I do sieges in Total War. I don't do the whole reckless rushing into the battlefield thing where I spend forever, you know, where I go like, oh, I can run around, do stupid shit, and, you know, right. Oh, fuck it, that. This is gonna... And I got the fucking pneumonia. God damn it. Well, it was bound to happen at some point, so might as well happen now. Right. Now comes the fun part where you have to figure out how to get into the thing. Well, now that I've got pneumonia, it's kind of fine, I guess. So yeah, this is the disadvantage of pneumonia in this game. Oh, fuck! I was right there! No! Damn it! Oh, I was up there. I was up there. I was up there. I had freedom. I could move. I could be me. And no. And now I can't remember how I did it. Fuck. Fuck. What's worse is it's one of those places which I need the resources. And it's like, no, I can't just go grab the nearest fucking iron ore because I need the other one. Right, where is it? Son of a bitch. Riveting gameplay, guys. Oh, fuck. Unless I keep just doing this stupid, like, way! Is there another way up? Maybe. Maybe. We will see. Oh, for fuck's sake! Character, stop being such a pansy. I'm gonna lose it. And this is all because my stupid character can't fucking stand on the goddamn platform. Come on. There we go. Wish I had hover boots. No. The best place to get up is here. Because the thing is, what I don't want to do is I don't want to have to fucking go out, grab a piece of wood, and make a really shitty small amount of a level, of a thing. Because really, all we need to do... All we need to do is build a wood ramp, which then we can connect into the side of the wall, and then I immediately have fixed the problem. But it's laziness that is making me not do that, because I don't want to have to go fucking out, cut a tree down, for the benefit of, like, one fucking iron node. If there was, like, 6 of the fuckers on the side of the wall, then that would be fine. But there isn't. So I think I'm just going to have to do it like this in order to be able to mine the fucker. Right. So, apologies, guys, for making this do a very long, very protracted method of mining, but... Oh, dear. It's just wind. Yeah, one thing to keep an eye out as well when it comes to mining in, when playing Icarus is the weather keeps going even if you're away from your base. So, oh, fuck. Right. Not entirely sure why it's suddenly light, considering it is 8 o'clock in the evening. But I am not complaining. Oh, good lord, character! I realize you're incompetent enough when it comes to flat surfaces, but come on. There we go. Right. Methinks... Right, let me just look around, because I know now that I'm fucked with my lung breathing, so... Okay, there's gold here, we've got more iron ore, we've got more iron ore. We do have a dedicated iron ore node, which is really fucking good. There we go. So, we've got that sorted, we've got more iron, copper nodes as well, we've got gold, which is really kind of nice, because we could do with some more gold. I'm actually going to grab the gold. We could do with that in our inventory so I can get more gold. Always believe in the soul. Out of curiosity, this isn't a vain thing, this is genuinely a curiosity. What was it that originally drew you to my Hearts of Iron 4 videos? Like, was it the commentary or was it the gameplay? I'm thinking it was the commentary. Because, like, some of the people say when they were playing through, when they were watching my playthrough, I had this really horrifying laugh that terrified them a bit. And I'm thinking it was because of my commentary that I did that. That's what got, you know, that's what somehow got all the views. Or is it because of the music? I mean, to be fair, I think I'm probably one of the few YouTubers out there who will actively play German marching tunes and not be... Oh, okay. Really? I mean, I know it's windy, but I didn't realize that also made you blind. I ain't gonna query it. Oh, fair. I mean, there was one commentator years ago who said that I was the only YouTuber doing Brotherhood of Steel content for it, which I'm surprised. Like, I know I made a lot more videos around the Brotherhood of Steel when I initially started to play Old World Blues, because I am still a big fan of the Brotherhood of Steel, though not probably in the sense that many... I think a lot of people now kind of... I think, unfortunately, the Brotherhood of Steel has lost its charm a bit, since a lot of the time they're either treated as those really over-the-top tech guys, or those Nazis from Fallout 4, or those secluded guys in that do fuck all in New Vegas, which is always a shame. And I think Old World Blues is kind of reflecting that particular thing, because originally the Old World Blues had the massive amount of terrain and everything, which was really fun. It was enjoyable, but then obviously the updates came along, and now you're completely surrounded. So to be fair, that does mean that there is a lot we can do to make the game enjoyable again, but there's only so many times you can kill the NCR. Right. Time to make some steel bloom. And I don't have much coal left. No, actually, I do. Never mind. Okay, so we've got an iron bolt, which obviously is
Symbolic of a time when I used to rely on those things. Well,
right, so we're going to be making more steel. We've made a shitload of iron ingots, which is great. I do believe we should get an additional biofuel can, because then that means we get an additional... I'm going to build some of this. I'm going to build some of this. I'm going to make 2 of them. Because by building a biofuel can, we do get the ability to... Yeah, there we go. Nice. Well, what's nice is that the useful thing here is... Oh, nice. Maybe. Wouldn't be such a bad idea. Right, how's my oxygen doing? Because I let it get a little bit too low. Alright. I'm getting a horribly suspicious feeling that I'm getting a horrible feeling that I'm going to end up needing to get the... if I go back to Tier 2, I'm going to need to get the metal... where is it? Tier 3? Yeah, Tier 3. I'm probably going to need to get the metal oxide dissolver. I'm fairly convinced I will need... I have a feeling that I need that. Like, I'm going to end up having that, and I'm like, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm like, no. No. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Right, let's now make a little bit of a journey. Because I think I'm just going to need... Okay. Hey, I've leveled. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to fix this up as well. Nice. Level 29. Already level 29. Fuck yeah. Right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to head back into the survival. We're going to start going down the sticks. Or the... No, I think we need to go... Well, turning that into sticks is going to be useful, because then we can... Yeah, then we're going to go down this thing. Green thumb, then... Crop, and then... Yeah, shot in the breeze. Right, tech tree wise. I mean, a dehumidifier would be wonderful. But I don't think we get that benefit. Metal oxide dissolver probably is going to end up saying we're going to need at some point soon. Biofuel radar. What does that do? Biofuel extractor. I mean, it works. Yeah. Let's see. We could do with some concrete, but at the same time, I'm not rushing to get that. Platinum pickaxe probably going to be the next thing we need, alongside. Binoculars would be cool, but I don't think we're going to need them just yet. If we can go tier 2, we probably could do with some special things here and there. Lantern, probably a good idea. Where we need glass. Wall torch, salting station, potbelly stove. Does that do anything? Not really. What does it do? Oh, skinning. Okay, trophies. If you're talking about the first one, possibly. If you're talking about the second playthrough, I definitely feel that some things were balked more so. Probably a little bit more buggered than ever. Though, to be fair, I think that playthrough kind of started falling apart after my first time playing through on a few other things. So, yeah. Oh, fuck a duck. I don't really know. We've got the deep mining drill. We've got the biofuel lamp. I mean, we could definitely do with the repair bench, because, my god, that'll be cool. Fire extinguisher, that would be nice. We could make that. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that probably works. And an antibiotic pill. That would be useful, but we'd need charcoal. And anti-poison pill, and blood thinning pill. Okay. I'll probably go with a platinum axe. Fuck it. Well, maybe. That might be a thing. I wouldn't be super surprised if that was the reason why it kind of went a little bit up in the air. Right, let's go. Let's go find this cave. I'm gonna probably wrap the stream up in a near. We're probably gonna try and see if we can finish this mission before I can wrap the stream up. So we're gonna keep going till the end for this one. Mainly because at the time, mainly because unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, but I will be away for a few days, as I'm going on holiday, which is going to be nice. But that will mean that I'm not going to be around to do some live streams, which is a bit of a sad case. Alteration. I think I'm going to give up on that alteration bench because it's like I probably am not going to need it. I've got enough weapons and everything else, so that's fine. But yes, so there will not be a live stream on the Saturday because I'll be so Saturday is not going to be a case, and I'm going to say, unfortunately, for pretty much a large portion of next week, actually, I think I'm going to be, and same goes for uploads. Actually, no, to be fair, I think with uploads, I'm probably going to be able to make some uploads on that one, so that's not so much a problem. But everything else is... But everything else, live stream-wise, no, but uploads, yes. Which I'll make sure to upload as many videos as possible. So when this stream ends, I'll probably do like a bit of a bulk upload and schedule them and all that jazz, so that way you guys get the full benefit. Right, do I have the thing? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Right, and we do have time, so we need to head north. Perfect. So But don't fear, for it shall only be a minimum amount of time, and then we can return to the wonders of Icarus and do other things. But I feel like we can probably finish this mission now that I've done enough on that particular frontier. And then I'll probably do a bit more. I'll probably do like a few missions here and there without recording, or if I do whatever, so you can kind of see like the ultimate Chad version now. Because we're at the point where my character is at not peak performance. So, because my main intention with this is I basically want to be able to play Icarus or showcase Icarus in the light of you're making progress, because a large portion of my particular playthroughs when it comes to missions in Icarus is I spend a large amount of time just gathering materials, and then when it comes down to the final point, it's like, oh, this is when the exciting bit happens. So that's my intention, is like, well, I'll probably, because I think on my first couple of streams, I think I had that where we had a character and we were just building and doing, and now we're at the point where we're making shit, and it's like, yeah. Not such a huge fan of the fact that I only have a few shotgun shells, but I do have quite a lot of rounds for the rifle. So we're going to roll with the rifle majority of the time. Right. Okay, yep, we're at the bear point. Probably a bear. Is that a cave? It is not a cave. Wolf. Who's a bitch? You a bitch! Actually, to be fair, we probably need to kill the... We probably need to... I'm actually going to need to skin these fuckers because I'm going to need to make some equipment. Right. So, I'm going to grab a few of these. We need to make the suture kit and fiber. Right, 1, 2. Where's the wolf? I probably should have paid a bit more attention to where I shot the wolf. Point? To be fair, you do have make a good point. I mean, I might do that then perhaps before I go, and then that way when I get back we'll know what kind of things we want to roll with. Right, you. Right. What? Not a bad idea. Oh, there's the buffalo. So yeah, you could basically make a mount for that. The buffaloes are quite dangerous creatures if you fuck with them. Obviously, as you can see, their hench is all hell. But you can get a juvenile. There you go. I protected you. Look at you. There you go. So you can grab a juvenile one of those, and I'm just going to skin so I can get the EXP. And then you can basically use that to have some fun with, you know. So getting that sort of fun side. Dum dum dee dum, dum da da, dum dum dee dum, do 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 do, na 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 na. I mean, my thoughts on a community poll is a case of, it sounds like a good idea, and I might try something like that. But obviously the issue is, if they decide, for example, they go with something that well, actually, to be fair then, why would I make a poll for something I don't like if they want to go with it? Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not against doing it. I mean, I could give it a bash. The issue is, of course, if however many people respond, it's like if it's like one or two people, it's like, well, that might be a good thing. That might be enough. Right. What killed the explorers in this cave? So, because obviously something got the explorers in this cave. So, right. So, let's quickly plop the thing down, and hopefully it doesn't get too badly damaged, though we are about to hit the worst weather. I mean, maybe? So this is what a cable looks like. A little terrified that I'm not going to be able to remember where half these bloody things go to, because it looks like they don't stick on the ground. Or do they? I mean, knowing Icarus, that probably is a likelihood. Without a doubt. I mean, if you look at the artwork for some of the images on Icarus, there are pretty nasty creatures in this game, which I genuinely dread. I dread to encounter. I mean, put it this way, there are scorpions in this game, and there's a pretty fucking huge scorpion somewhere. So if you're not a fan of scorpions, I am sorry.
Okay, looks like that sucker's ready to go. Okay, looks like that sucker's ready to go.
Right, let's get out of here so before our character dies. Well, gets pneumonia. What? Oh, bear? That's a bear. And this is why we have guns. Headshot, bitch. Oh, there's a boar as well. That doesn't surprise me. Bears would...
Okay, you cleared it. Nice work.
Nice work, yeah. Do 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 do. Icarus. Perfect. We drilled through. Ah, son of a bitch. I mean, maybe? I mean... Realism, guys. I think the whole magic thing you're going to have to take for granted on this one, because the amount of fucking liberties this game has taken with its realism for wire placement.
Okay, looks like that sucker's ready to go.
I mean, to be fair, in terms of lore, the planet is relatively unexplored. In fact, you're pretty much one of the first generation of excavators / pioneers on the planet. So there's a lot of things people don't know about this place. Obviously, the longer you survive, different story. But obviously, you have to be lucky to survive. And let's just say that not every person who's sent here is adequately trained for the job.
Another one bites the dust. Let's get out of here. For real this time.
Right, unfortunately, I caught pneumonia, but can't really be helped. I mean, to be fair, if I probably had the anti-pneumonia pills. Oh, look, the first fucking thing that I come alongside is a goddamn scorpion, which took a bullet. I don't hate them, but I'm not a huge fan of them. And oh, you can carry the fuckers as well. That's a nightmare fuel image, isn't it? Yeah, if you want to salvage these things, you can get fuck a duck. That's a cougar. Yeah, are you now? Yep. You be a tanky little bitch. Do you see the reason why having a gun makes life so much easier? If I didn't have a gun, I'd be fucked.
You're opening up Icarus for them. And everyone else. Yep. The future's coming. Where it's all going, who can say? I guess that's up to you.
I mean, to be brutally honest with you, I'd say Icarus is putting up a good fight to stop that shit from happening. So yeah, now our job is clear. We have breached the hull. So our objective is to now extract and get the fuck out of here. So, you know, now that we've landed, we have successfully broken the hole through the defenses, and we now can start making our way back into the more habitable zones. But the problem now that we encounter is, now we have the fun part of having a... Well, to be fair, I'd say we've done a pretty fucking good job in terms of that. But sadly, the mission... oh god, my... Hey, Wolf. Yeah, so... I have to be a little bit more careful now because... Kind of seems a bit like I'm shooting indiscriminately, and, well, I kind of am, but it is free XP. And also, I've spent a lot of resources building the damn thing, so it's a good chance. Oh, yeah, that's a point. I can get the resources for that. And the XP for that. A good way to farm experience is to just... Ooh, nice. Fatty T-bone. Nice. Yeah, a good form of EXP grind or gain is to kill and skin. You don't need to grab any resources from them. You just need to kill and skin. Right, so now that we've gotten to the area, we need to extract and, you know, not die. But now that we've gotten to the area where there is, you know... Now that we've gotten to an area where there is problems, we're going to be encountering a fair amount of... we're probably going to be encountering bears on the way home because, you know, now we reach the danger zone. So glad I brought my shotgun and my rifle. I fucking love these things. Again, you can see how on top of the food chain we are now that we've got a gun. You can tell for a fact that any hippie who watches this video series is not going to like me. Alright, chamois. I don't know why they call it. They can't just call it goat. Oh well. So there you guys go. So we're going to finish the mission and then we're going to wrap up the stream for today. So thank you very much for everyone who's popped in on the stream. It is really awesome to talk to you guys. Like seriously, it's fucking awesome being able to talk. And also it's nice to speak to people who actually originally watched... it's nice to talk to people who watch my How to Vine 4 content and find out, you know, why the hell they watched it in the first place. But no, generally it's a nice to sort of interact with people like that. Because again, it reminds me why I do what I do. Because as I said, as much as this is a hobby, I do this, you know, as much as the main reasons why I love doing this is when you get the comments that sort of say like, oh, you've made my day with this, or oh, you've done really good, this was hilarious, and oh, this was funny, and all this was that. So it's like, it's, you know, it makes the whole experience well worth my time doing it, and I thoroughly enjoy giving that option, you know, the fun part. And also maybe it's, you know, if I can somehow like help someone learn the game or learn how to do stuff and also promote certain things, again, I would feel like I'd be happy. Like if I know that people got into the fact that people got into Hearts of Iron 4 / Old World Blues because of my videos, that's really fucking cool. Same goes for example, Icarus or Guild Wars 2, you know, games that I play that people might go, huh, I might give this a shot. And then they're like, oh my god, this game's amazing. I'm so glad I was able to, like, you know, so glad that... It's like, it sounds a bit cocky, but it's like, I was so glad that I was able to watch that one video from that random guy who swears a lot. But hey, I got into the game at least. You know, that kind of thing. I like that. That makes me feel awesome. That makes me feel like I'm making my mark in the gaming community, which... Considering how shit it's been in the last few years, it's got to be something. Awesome. That's awesome to hear. Thank you very much, Nightmare Demon Wolf. I do very much appreciate it. The thing is, I know I'm probably not... I said, like, yes, it would be nice to be one of those big-ass YouTubers who can make the videos that, you know, hundreds of thousands of people see and, you know, they have their whole thing. But it's like... The problem with those is they either go in two directions. One, where they basically just fall apart because they go too commercialized or they go too safe because in order to guarantee views, they have to, like, censor their content. And it's like, I'm never going to censor my content. Fucking Christ, no. Like, I get irritated the fact that sodding videos I make get blocked. The videos I'm actually getting blocked in certain countries. Did you know that? Russia has... there are videos that are not showing in Russia. Now, it's not exactly a big loss for me because I don't imagine there was a lot of people who watch from Russia, but still. And obviously, the fact that I play video games with German music playing in the background, I'm sure that's probably shadow banning me in YouTube eyes. I mean, I do take... Unfortunately, I do take a couple of things off when I play the Hearts of Iron 4. Because, like, for example, in the music playlist that I have, there are a couple of... shall I say spicy songs? Like Horst Westerlied, perhaps? Which... Yeah... as much as I'm trying to promote this as a non-political channel, if you suddenly were watching me playing Hearts of Iron 4 and you just hear dun 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 dun, a shield and I, oh sword and I, you're like, yeah, that's kind of sus. Even though there's absolutely no, it's just a song. Unfortunately, the game's... Oh yeah, I need to take photos of my base. It's really difficult to justify not getting shit canned by a lot of people when you're playing that song, unfortunately. Oh, a wolf is pissed at me. I sung the song and it wants to attack. Where is it? Or not? Oh, okay, I dodged a wolf. Who'd have thunk? I mean, as said, like, music is music. I don't think music can really influence... Or, not that music can't influence, but music should not be... What's the word? For me, it's like... The only thing I will say in terms of, you know, mindset is censorship does not make a good case for anything. So, to censor something for the sake of, oh, you can't say this, or, oh, you know, like, oh, we can't look at this history and whatever. It's like, no, that just... kind of fucking defeats the purpose. Numpad 9, there we go. Right, I kind of am doing a tradition, going back to the game, where I take photos of my house before I leave it, because obviously, for two reasons. First of all, for sentimental values. So, for example, the fact that this place looks really nice. But it also is to remind me of the fact that, of how I designed it. Because obviously, if I do something similar in the future, I can use this as a reference point. Which, obviously, I kind of find is really useful. A good example I found is if I... Oops. If I found that, well, I've made the biofuel cans, but I'm not really... I finished the mission now. Oh, alas, my dear fellas, but don't worry, I shall go into an operation. I'll go into an fucking open free run mission, and I can actually make a proper full-on base, and I'll actually be there for a long period of time. Holy shit. Imagine if you can be into a mission where you can end up getting shitloads of money for that. Oh. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, to be fair, that is also... It's kind of sentimental, but it's useful memories. So that way I can remember, like, the kind of journey I've made and go, oh yeah, I remember that mission. That was a fun mission. Or, oh fucking hell, I remember that mission. That was a nightmare. And to be fair, it's also because whenever I build buildings, I don't build off into a same design thing. I'm not that organized, or I'm not that OCD that my building habits stick between one to other. But if there is one design I like, and I'm currently enjoying a bit, is using the trapdoor rather than a staircase, because you can make a staircase. You can go all out, but I'm actually finding the more compact trapdoor thing to be far more useful or far more enjoyable to work with than to run with... There you go, so that should be the dropship. There we go. Mission complete. Return to station. There you go. No deaths as well. Get in. Music. Nice. So, now that you've completed the mission, you get obviously a whole host of things to join. You can even join other players now. Nice. Not that there's probably many peer-to-peer servers, unfortunately. Magic version? Is there people here? Oh, I'm in the beta. Oh, dedicated servers. Oh, there we go. The hunting club. Matching version. There we go. Look at that. You've actually got players. A decent amount of players. Nice. Fuck yeah. Anyway, so when you've completed a mission and you want to sort of, obviously, the way the progression works in this game is you go to the workshop, and as you can see, we have a large amount of things we can add on to. For example, we can use the money that we make to request to build better equipment for our characters. Or we can have things we can take with us to make the mission a little easier. For argument's sake, I could do a comet coal, which is stupidly expensive. But then it allows us to research furnaces and other jazz, which then, of course, allows us to finish the mission. So, allows us to get started on the mission faster. We can take, for example, things like survival backpacks or mining backpacks, so it gives us additional slots to work with whilst also giving us bonuses. This one's quite nice. If you're a fan of shotguns, you can use that. Or the Max Tactical Backpack, which gives us a fuckload more storage slots. If you're a fan of bows, you can use that. There are these things called... you have modules on your suit, for example, which allows you to do some pretty cool stuff, pretty nifty stuff. This one's quite nice. The Enviro suit is actually quite a solid piece of kit. I am focusing a little bit more on this, though, which I can actually kind of get now. Brilliant. So not only have I researched it, I can buy it. Yes. Glorious. And so the next thing I need to do is get the Louis O2 tank, which kind of solves a big problem. But the big thing here now is I finally have a fucking water container, which means I can survive without having to worry about water, which is really fucking awesome. Another useful thing, of course, is, for example, some of the more yeah. Whoa, that's cool. Some of these things, though, as you can see, some of these things you don't actually get immediately, or you can't just build the resources for. You actually have to complete certain missions in order to access them. So there are some pretty fucking intense... Oh my god! Dear God, Emperor. Sorry, I just realized this is beautiful. I wondered where there was a crossbow. They said there was a crossbow. High-power crossbow. Slow to reload, but adds far more damage. Oh my god. That's really fucking awesome. Like, 25% projectile damage. And you get these things. Ooh. They're expensive, though. But that would be fucking awesome. But look at the amount of cost they do for exotics. So exotics, to briefly explain, exotics are basically a resource that you find on the planet. I know. Fucking look at the damage stats on that. It's beautiful. And to be fair, there are beast of crossbows and other shit as well. Like, you've got the different types of arrows as well. So, for example, these ones do bleed. These ones are explosive electroshock arrows and explosive ammo. It literally blows the fucker up. Like, if you want to make a bow that says fuck you and everything around a 5-meter radius, get this bow and get that ammo. And there are obviously different types of bows here. Now you get the ultimate one. These fuckers are amazing. And they have a very low projectile break chance as well, which is really good. So depending on your mindset, you can get a pretty nice amount of stuff. You can even get these as well. MX Sickle. Nice. That's actually pretty fucking cool. But no, but yeah, so the exotics is basically a special kind of resource that you gather on the planet. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, someone's a fan of Deep Rock Galactic. So you use some of these things to either boost your character or to have the equipment immediately on your on access to hand, which is pretty dope. And the exotics is a special kind of resource that you use to either gather. You gather in the world, and then you can either use it to spell. Oh, it's Ren. Okay. So you either use it to sell and make more money, or you decide I want to make a massive base operation thingy. So yeah, this is the reason why I let my character reset as well, because holy shit. Oh, and there was this one as well. This was an option. This was an optimal thing if you want to get if you pre-ordered the game, but obviously. Unfortunately, because I didn't pre-order the game when I started, I obviously don't get access to this, but it's alright. Not the end of the world. But yeah, so going on into missions, you basically can see we've got Olympus and Styx. I've got 62 missions to get through, and there are a fair amount of missions. Some of them allows us to earn new bait, some of them allows us to get new scanning equipment, some of them are allowed to get scorpion defenses, new creature weapons, craftable creature items. And I think that was the one that gives us... There's one that allows us to have the Thumper. I think this is the one. Yeah, scanning equipment. Yeah. And as you can see, there's a lot. And we can also now get exotics, which is a bit of a... Like, there's a mission where I can get exotics, and I'm going to have to, like, fucking go down to here. I really don't want to do this mission. There's a fair amount of stuff. And again, there are the open world missions as well. So, we'll see. We will see. But... that is pretty much all I can do for today, because it is already coming up for 9:30. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have a good one. I can actually load a project? Huh. Okay, that's cool. But no, thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comment section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. And I hope to catch you in the next episode, whereupon I might either be doing this, I might be doing Guild Wars 2, we will see. But I will see you then. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out. Have a good one, guys.